So the magnification formula can help work out, when we've been given micrographs, the size of images or actual objects. We often want to find the magnification of a microscope image if that's been given to us as well. So for example, we might be given a micrograph like this on a piece of paper, which has a scale of how much that distance in the image corresponds to in real life, and we would have a few cells or structures on the image. So in order to do this, we have to use the magnification formula, and it's really important that you learn this. So magnification, which is how much something has been blown up from real life, is equal to the image size, so the image size of something on the image you can see, divided by the actual size, so the actual size in real life of that object. So this is the equation you need to know, and from this you can calculate either one of these three. So let's work through an example. If an image of a cell is 10 centimeters long and an actual cell is 0.1 centimeters in reality, what is the magnification of the microscope? So you need to be clear that obviously the image size is different to the actual size. A cell would never be 10 centimeters big, but the actual cell is 0.1 centimeters. We've got an image size which makes it look like it's 10 centimeters. So the first thing you need to do is work out the equation. So magnification is the image size divided by the actual size. So let's just plug the numbers in. We don't know the magnification, that's what we're trying to work out. The image size is 10 centimeters, and the actual size is only 0.1 centimeters. So 10 divided by 0.1 gives you a factor of 100. And when you're talking about magnification, the magnification is how much have we zoomed in, how much bigger is the image compared to the real thing. And we always put an X to represent it's 100 times bigger. So the image is 100 times bigger than the real thing. It's easier to understand the equation if you know where it's coming from, and you just have to think about the process of magnification. Using this diagram here, what we've done is we have a specimen, so a real object, and magnification uses lenses to make it appear bigger than it is. The image size is much bigger than the actual size. And to show that on a diagram, so you can see that the actual object is only this small, but the image size is much bigger because of that magnification. And if the image size is 3 times bigger than the actual object, then the magnification is 3 times. So that means the image size would be of a particular length that was 3 times that of the actual size of the object, because that magnification is 3 times. So if it was 100 times, like in the previous question, there'd be 100 of these lined up in a row. So the image is 100 times bigger than the real thing. And that's the same as saying that the magnification is the image size over the actual size. It's just a factor of how much of the actual can you fit inside the image. So there's a good way of remembering the magnification formula and how to use it, and this can be shown through an example. So in the following image, the length of the scale bar is 1 centimeter. So we've got a scale bar down here in the corner, and the length of it, the actual length in the image, is 1 centimeter. And what the scale bar tells you is that in reality, in the context of these cells and these structures, this 1 centimeter bar covers 10 micrometers in that area. So that line is 1 centimeter in reality as you see it in the image, but in the actual cell environment, that line would cover 10 micrometers. So you need to calculate the magnification. So write out the magnification formula that we worked out before. Magnification is the same as the image size over the actual size, and this is the equation you need to know. But the trouble is, in this case, the units of the image are different from that of the actual object. We've got micrometers in one side of it and centimeters in the other. Before we can do this equation, you must convert the units to be the same. So the units must be the same. So you need to convert one of them to the other, or the other to the other. So first of all, we need to convert the image and the actual size into the same units. So let's tackle them each individually. So we've got the image is 1 centimeter, and the actual is 10 micrometers. So what we'll do is we'll turn micrometers into centimeters. So we can leave the centimeter one alone. This one's finished. So what you have to do is remember that we're going from micrometers to whatever this one is, centimeters. So you need to think, how many are there in this? Well, there are 1,000 micrometers in a millimeter, or if it's easier, just write 1,000. And then to get from millimeter to centimeter, there are 10 of them. And because we're going from smaller to bigger, we divide. So what you do is you take this number, which could be anything, divide it by 1,000 and divide it by 10. Or overall, divide it by 10,000, because that's the same thing as doing each step. So 10 divided by 10,000 gives you 0.0001 centimetres. So 10 micrometres is the same as 0.0001 centimetres, which makes sense because a micrometre compared to a centimetre is tiny. So now they're both in the same unit, we can do the equation. So remember, magnification is image size over actual size. Our image size was 1 centimetre. Our actual size we've converted to centimetres is 0.0001 centimetres. And when you calculate this, you end up with a magnification of times 10,000. So this means that scale bar is 10,000 times bigger than the actual distance. So the magnification is looking at the image, and the image is 10,000 times bigger than the real thing. So now we need to look at how we actually use the magnification formula to work out certain values. And to learn how to use the magnification formula, we're just going to run through an example to show you how you can do it. So in the following image, we've got an image of some cells under a microscope. The length of the scale bar is 1 centimetre. So remember, we've got two measurements. We've got an image size and a real size. Here's the scale bar, and in real terms, as in reality, the length of this bar is 1 centimetre. So this is actually 1 centimetre, whereas it represents 10 micrometers. So the scale bar represents a distance of 10 micrometers. So we can calculate the magnification now that we know the image size and the actual size. So the first thing that you always do is write out the magnification formula, where magnification equals the image size divided by the actual size. So if you know two of these values, you can work out the missing one. We've been told in this case that the bar in reality is 1 centimetres and that represents 10 micrometers. So 1 centimetre on the image represents 10 micrometers in real life. So what we need to do first is we need to make the units of these the same. Otherwise we can't really do anything with them. So we can either convert the 1 centimetre to micrometers, or we can convert micrometers to centimetres. I'm going to show you how to convert 10 micrometers into centimetres. Remember that micrometers are smaller than centimetres, so we're going to have a lot less of these as a centimetre. So we're going from micrometre to centimetre. If we're going to millimetre, we divide by 1,000, and then millimetres to centimetres would be divided by another 10. So in total, we're going to divide by 10,000, because divide by 1,000, divide by 10, in total by 10,000. So 10 micrometers divided by 10,000 gives us 0.0001 centimeters. So the 10 micrometers is 0.0001 centimeter. So 1 centimeter on the picture represents that many centimeters in real life. Now we've converted them to the same units. Now we can start using them in the formula. So all you do now is substitute the numbers into the equation. So if we're looking for the magnification, remember it's the image size over the actual size. The image size is 1 centimeter, whereas the actual size is 0.0001 centimeter. And if you divide 1 by 0.0001, you get 10,000. And because it's a magnification, there's not any units, but you put times, or 10,000 times. So the magnification is 10,000 times. So that means whatever we're looking at is actually 10,000 times bigger than what it is in real life. If you get confused about whether it's image or actual size that goes on top of the formula, you can use a magnification formula in a triangle. And the way that you do this is you write simply I am. You write the I in the top part of the triangle, you write the actual or A in the left, and then the M goes in the bottom right. So it's I am from top to bottom. And the way that you do this is that you cover up in the triangle whichever one you're looking for. So you cover it up with your hand or whatever you want to do. So for example, if we wanted to find the image size, we cover the I, because that's the one we're looking for, and then you're left with the other two. And the way that you see the triangle is that you times these two together, and this line represents divide. So if you cover the I, you do A times M. If you were to cover the A, you would do I divided by M. If you were to cover the M, you do I divided by A. So this line is a dividing line, this is a times. So working through an example, if an image size is 5 centimeters and the magnification is 2000, what's the actual size of the image? So step 1 is to draw out your triangle, and once you've done this, use this to find the right formula you need. So cover up actual image size. So you cover up the A, and then you realise that the equation is going to be I divided by M, because this line is the dividing line. So I, we were told, is 5 centimeters. Magnification was given as 2000. So then you simply do 5 divided by 2000, and that gives you the answer of the actual image being 0.0025. And remember, we started in centimeters, so this is in centimeters too. This is quite an awkward number, so what you want to do is convert this to more appropriate units. You want it to be looking a bit neater than this. So what you can do is we need to bring the decimal point more to the right, so times 10, times 100, times 1000, times 10,000. And actually, by timesing by 10,000, you bring this to micrometers, and that becomes 25 micrometers. So just decide where you want the decimal place, or decide what unit you want, and work from there. So this would be our final answer. So in summary, we can use the magnification formula to find the magnification of an image, where magnification is the image size over the actual size. Make sure that units are always the same before you calculate anything to do with magnification. Use a triangle to find the formula for working out either magnification, image size, or actual size. Thank you for watching.